The camera! Leave me alone! God. Hi there, my name's Adam. I've had a YouTube channel for a little while now, and I used to make stupid videos on it. Kind of got burnt out on doing it. I don't know. Something got me in the mood today to make a video. I just watched a video that Darius Truxton made about the Amico, and I've been following this console, as we all have, a lot of us have. Been watching what Pat and Ian started talking about it first. You know, I heard about it from them, and I wanted to, I don't know, I just felt like I wanted to make a video, and I'm lying out here in my hammock, and I thought, why not? This video will probably contain some jump cuts because I'm not really good at just speaking straight through. So forgive me for that, but sometimes my thoughts don't come out the way that I want them to, so I have to kind of think about what I'm going to say, and it get boring if I just sit here with long pauses. So the video that I watched that Darius was talking about, it was about this YouTuber, I don't know, JKB or something, tweeting, basically trashing Pat the NES Punk, and what Darius said was white knighting for Tommy Tallarico. And he was talking about like that we should be grateful or whatever for what Tommy has done for the video game industry. And I just to piggyback on what he was saying, I was thinking like the whole time. That's my wife over there making noise. I told her I was making a video, but apparently she doesn't care. But anyways, we're supposed to give him respect or give him a free pass on this and not challenge the legitimacy of this console because of what he's done for the video game industry. Everything he did for the video game industry, he was paid for. He got paid to do it. I mean, it was his job. None of the rest of us, for what we do for our job, we all get paid, would be allowed to just come out with some trash like this and not be criticized in any way, shape, or form. And I started thinking about like everything that's been happening the last couple of days, like the article that came out by Ars Technica or whatever. I'd never heard of them before that. I think that's the name of it. But they basically had gotten a hold of the specs for the Intellivision Amico and released them to the public, where nobody else has been doing that. And then instantly after they did that, Tommy threatened to sue them, which I don't know. That's really weird to me. Like, why would you, if you're about to release a console, like why would you be so scared of the actual specs of what you've made getting out into the public? I would think that, I don't know, if it were me that had a video game company, I would want to be like very transparent and talking about what the system is going to have, and literally trying to drum up interest in it, because I would be confident in what I had, and I'd want to share it with everybody and show them like, this is what you can get, let's get excited about it. But instead he threatens to sue because this stuff was released, which they haven't really given any information out. So that instantly to me is a red flag that you're trying to keep the information about this system until the end to keep people from canceling their pre-orders, or just to try to hide the fact that there's something wrong with your system. And I mean, just by reading the article and looking at the specs, there is something wrong with the system. I mean, it's definitely way underpowered, which, I mean, they've always claimed all along that they're not trying to compete with these other companies. And if that's your thing, then live it, own it. I mean, whatever, just say this is what we're gonna have, you know. What's the big deal? I don't understand all the secrecy. It just really seems like a really strange way to run a company, especially when you're like trying to do something new and get it out there to the people. Like, I would think you would want to have everything out there showing you what it is. Like, instead of keeping it such a mystery, no one's going to buy it if they don't know what it is. I mean, literally, unless the whole thing is just to try to keep the people that pre-ordered it in the dark and try to get the money from them and then throw it in their hands and then be like, later, see ya. I mean, that's just a really bizarre way to do business. I mean, they're talking about how they want it to be for families, and they want to make these great games that are easy to play and everything, but I don't know. It just seems like a weird thing to do if you're like so trying to do what's right for the customer and all these other things. Why would you be so secretive about what this console is going to be and what it can do? I don't know. I just felt like I wanted to say something about it because it's just so bizarre, this whole thing, to watch how it's just crumbling. And then you have this weird group of people, which Darius calls the cult, which is funny to me, but because they literally are acting like cult members. Like, you don't want it, like in a cult, you know, it's like you don't really, like, at the first you don't really tell all the information. It's like you slowly have to work your way into that cult, and then they start to really give you what it's all about once you're already stuck and in there, and then you hopefully that you're brainwashed and you'll do whatever they say, because it gets weirder and weirder as more information is released to you. And it just kind of feels like this is exactly the way this Intellivision Amico thing is. It's like, I just don't understand. It's really bizarre to me. The whole situation makes no sense, and I just wanted to talk about it. And the other thing that people were talking about is that they're basically reusing the same footage, and they can't even be bothered to do, like, what was that? Like, they used the same thing that Tommy was talking about, or they used the same footage or whatever, but just slightly altered it and made him look a little bit more orange. Like, you can't even be bothered at E3 to come up with a whole brand new video and get people excited and get the people that, you know, want to buy your system excited. I mean, you were going on and on about, we're going to have this amazing video at E3. I would think that, why wouldn't you hire somebody to just make like an awesome video? And why wouldn't you show off the gameplay and talk about some of the specs? Like, why would you use recycled footage from an old video, whatever? That's what I've heard that they've done. And it was nothing. I mean, it was literally nothing. It didn't show anything that was new or exciting to the people that are backing this. You know, maybe it was to get new people, but at the same time, like, how hard would it have been to make a 10-minute video brand new? I could make a 10-minute video in an afternoon, you know, just get some freaking footage and record some of the gameplay, talk to some of the people. You know, Tommy had to do his little thing where he bragged about himself. I mean, whatever, if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. But it's just really, really bizarre. And then on the same, and I keep using the word bizarre because I don't know what else to say, it's just strange. And the using the stock footage and editing out the controller, whatever it was, to have your Intellivision Amico controllers in it. Sorry, there's bugs getting on my face out here. But why would you do that? Why would you not? How hard would it have been to just take photographs of somebody holding the games? I mean, you could have just used family members of people that worked for Amico. You know, they probably would have loved to have done that. Like, why would you do that? I just don't understand. It's a strange way to run a company. It's a strange way to release a console, especially after all of the mess that we had with the Coleco Chameleon. You know, like, you would think that after how shady that was done, that you would be so open and transparent about everything, because it's literally like following its footsteps. I mean, I left a comment on Darius's page, like, saying it's basically the Coleco Amico. I mean, it's the Coleco Chapter 2. I mean, at least that's how it looks, and that's a bad look. So anyways, that's really all I have to say. I just just watching all this, I just couldn't help myself but chime in and say something. And you know, maybe if something else interesting happens in the future about it, I might say something else. But anyways, that's all I got to say. Thanks for watching. Later. Tommy, is that you?